By the way, 5-head combo player, I've never made a mistake in my life. This is what years of MTG grinding, fighting in the trenches gets you. Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, post-Thanksgiving vibes here for the channel, belly full of turkey, ready to record some standard Magic the Gathering for you today in the arena. Black-green Earthbend combo. This was one of the decks that I saw lurking in early access. I may have seen it once on ladder, and it was very much a skeptical thing. This is in many ways a 3-card combo, but a lot of it comes out of the graveyard. So people were excited, wanted to try it. I was like, let's wait and see if it wins something. Well, over the Thanksgiving weekend, it did win a challenge on Magic the Gathering Online, Spreadsheet the Gathering, as some of you may know it, and it is where the sweatiest grinders play their best of 3. So we get to try this list in best of 1. Now, if you don't know the combo, don't worry, we're gonna go over the combo, exactly how it works. It revolves around, guess what? The most broken mechanic, possibly in maybe since Storm? Maybe since Affinity? Let me know. When was the last broken mechanic? When was the last time we had to ban the hell out of a mechanic? Because that might be where we're going with Earthbending. Easily the most powerful bend. Easily, but absolutely wild. So the Beifongs, but I should know how to say this. Again, when I read it, I blank, but whatever. These bounty hunters are 4/4s, and whenever a non-land creature you control dies, Earthbend X, where X is the creature's power. So we want a dies loop, which would allow us to endlessly Earthbend. So when you combine the bounty hunters with a sack outlet like Umbral Caller Zealot, which sacks a creature or artifact to surveil one, and a Bloodghast, which says whenever a land you control enters, you may return this from the graveyard to the battlefield, you create that loop. So at this point, our Bloodghast enters the battlefield and nothing happens, but we sacrifice it to the Umbral Caller Zealot and the Bounty Hunters trigger, which Earthbends 2 onto some land. Then we sacrifice, then the Bloodghast is in the graveyard. Now we sacrifice the land that has been Earthbended. The land goes to the graveyard and returns. When it returns, it triggers landfall, making Bloodghast enter the battlefield. What happened there is we got 2 dies and enters at 0 mana cost. Now we can repeat this as much as we need to. And if you do it with a Festering Gulch on the battlefield, which says when it enters, it does 1 damage to target opponent, they will eventually take 20 damage, or whatever their life total might be, and lose the game. So that's how you go infinite playing this deck. What does the rest of the deck do? Assemble the combo. As you see, interaction, not a high priority. There's an Archdruid's Charm, which is mostly to make sure you have a Festering Gulch or get a creature that completes the combo. There are 4 Nature's Rhythms to complete the combo. There's Agatha's Soul Cauldron to make any creature on the battlefield double as an Umbral Caller Zealot out of the graveyard so that you can combo. Overlord of the Balemark digs for the creatures you need to run the combo. So does Dredger's Insight, which can gain you life along the way. Obviously, we are here for one thing and one thing only, the combo. Does that work in best of 1? Are there still enough turn 3, turn 4, win the game aggro decks or other combo decks that make this undoable? How early in the game can we go off with this? These are all questions we're going to dive in and try to answer as our nonsense begins. So let's thank the sponsors, CoolStuffInc.com and Dragon Shield, promo code CGB5 at both sites. Link in the description to support the channel to both sites. Thank you, my sponsors. It's been a wonderful 2025, and a lot of it has been thanks to them. And now let's dive in. This nonsense is about to begin. It's going to begin right now. It's beginning. Here we go. It totally begins. This is it beginning. This is it. This is my first time playing this deck. This is how it begins. And okay, all right, now it actually begins. I never realized how absolutely leading, we'll say, my intro is. Anyway, we have a Llanowar Elf. This is just the combo. We don't have a Gulch. What do we do without a Gulch? Well, we keep the hand. That I'm sure about. We need this in the graveyard. And our opponent's playing life gain. And this can't block. This gets stuff in the graveyard, and that's nice. So, the Bloodghast, we're probably going to sacrifice to the Zealot. The question now, do we play the Zealot right now? Or do we play the Bloodghast? Which one do we want on the field? I guess a 3/2 is better at blocking a Hinterland Sanctifier. Isn't that true? So let's get that on the field. It is a little risky because if this gets hit by a Shelter by Ghosts, our game gets much more difficult. And there's a Hawk. Uh-huh. Yeah, yep, they are doing it. Life gain in all of its best of one glory here for you today on display. There's the Gulch. Okay. Simple goal. I don't have double black. Mother. I don't think I need it. I think I can put this out next turn. So I do this. I have double black. If I play the Zealot, then next turn I can play Bounty Hunters. Yep, okay. I see the line, I think. But this wouldn't be the first time, and likely won't be the last time I screw up a combo deck the first time I play it. I can play Magic as long as I want. There are still combo lines I struggle with. I'm decent at Storm. Not perfect, but good at Storm. If you've watched me play Commander, you probably know that. If you've watched me play some of the Brawl decks, you probably know that. But it's like some of these loops, especially when you introduce Sacrifice, I do not see as clearly. What's the target? Yeah, it has to be the Zealot. Well, that throws us off. They had the Shelter by Ghosts. They found it. That's good. You love to see it. You really do. It's a good day. Now we have to avoid more of those. So we need this on the field. We need this on the field. What do we risk? Do we play the Ice-Till Explorer and try to do it all at once next turn? Doesn't seem like a bad idea to me. This is another card that will draw the ire of our opponent. And awesome, we flip another land. We could have not gotten back Bloodghast. There is a risk too, if you bring the Bloodghast back, that they can Shelter by Ghost it again. I have to get into combo zone. Oh, there's the Ley Line of Hope. Sounds like it should be an 80s song. It's the Ley Line of Hope. No, not doing it for you. $32. I think we just have it. We gotta play you. We gotta play you. We have to see if our opponent will let us play this. This goes to grave. The Gulch gets bended. Now the Gulch comes back, triggers landfall. I'm gonna mill out my deck. Doesn't matter as long as we don't run out of time, now that I think about it. And because they're at 31, so we have a bit of a mission here, which is don't run out of time, which is a combo deck special. I only have one timeout, actually. This is the Magic Arena experience in all of its actual glory. All right, guys. This is the fun part of the video. Depending on whether or not I come up with witty things to say, Libby may add elevator music and speed it up. Libby, are you feeling merciful to your audience today? Give it up for Libby. Been editing videos on the channel for about 1.5 years now, something like that. I don't know if she'll keep that in. But if a moment has actually made you laugh, it probably had little to do with me. As always, it's editors that make these things matter and make them hit, make them punch. But I should not talk, I should focus, because this is my first time doing this combo, and I will be under a gun here. I have a feeling this is gonna go right to the wire. And the fact that I also get to mill out my deck is a little concerning, but I have an out for that. There. That's Earthbended. Now I'm not gonna mill my deck. Should have seen that a little earlier, but I don't think it matters very much, to be honest. The bigger risk now, honestly, is that I'm going to run out of time, and I'm not actually going to win the game. As you can see, our opponent down to a mere 24, but they are in their rights to do the thing. You can make the opponent win if you want to. It's not a sportsmanship question. We signed up for this on Arena. And until we have a demonstrate loop button or command, this is the way Arena works. For those of you saying there should be one, a demonstrate loop option. Okay, they do scoop it up. For those of you saying there should be a demonstrate loop option, and then you put in how many times you do this loop, and then those triggers just go on the stack and resolve. Here's the thing, combo players, you're probably the smallest percentage of Magic players. You're gonna be outvoted by aggro players and control players. They don't want it that easy to just demonstrate your loop. All right. First game with the deck, easy W. Maybe it's just a well-oiled machine that always has a brilliant hand. This hand is so bad. I don't think you can keep a hand this one-dimensional. What an Arena hand, if ever I've seen one. Shuffler's fine. I hate this being a swamp. What do we put away? Actually kind of tough. The one of Soul Cauldron is good with the Zealot if we're against aggro, and it's also good if we're against a graveyard deck, both of which are reasonably popular. The worst card and the hardest to cast is Bloodghast, but it is part of the combo. The thing is, you can plan to mill it. So I'm gonna put away the Bloodghast. God, it's hard to get rid of a cub. I mean, maybe it's Tender. Tender without a green source is so slow, but I'm gonna keep it like this. Cub without more mana sources is not good. And of course we're against red. If you have an awkward hand and you are on the draw, your opponent is playing red 100%. The mono red propaganda on Arena has never ceased. It never will. It is such trash. It is such garbage. And no, I'm not bitter about it or salty at all. Shut up. Dude, 7 forests, 2 swamps, and of course it's the swamp in the hand. I told you this would happen. All right, it's fine. It's fine, guys. Everything's fine. I do need double. Oh, when you tap it, it adds an additional green. It doesn't really matter which one we earthbend. I'll go here. It's easy to think of this as a mana doubler, but it's not. You get green. There's no way to get double black out of your swamp using your cub. Screw red, guys. What a garbage thing. And you know what's frustrating? You know what's really frustrating about red? It's not even good in this meta, but people will still play it. And when it gets you, when you realize you're on the draw against it and you look at your hand and you know you're probably done. Oh, that's the worst feeling. That said, are we done? We have to assume that show off might kill us next turn. But they didn't kill the cub. So maybe they're just going to go for the win. So how close are we to the win? This is 1, 2, 3, 4. We have to get the bounty hunters and we've got to get the zealot on the field. If we can do those things, we have a chance. We also need, well, we don't need a land drop the turn of. We have the Earthbended Swamp, but we don't have a Gulch. But we can definitely dig up a Gulch with the Zealot. This is tricksy, guys. You got to be ready to go. We could also get the cauldron on the field. Not that it does anything here. It would be nice to hold up mana to at least threaten them in some way, make them think we might do something, but I don't even think that's very good. Green. Yeah, we need more mana, so we have to play the Tender. And then we die to Slick Shot plus Ruckus plus spell, probably. I'm glad we thought, you know, I'm glad we contemplated our life. Okay, 2 of them. Okay, that's... Yeah, I bet the last thing is a lightning strike. What do I know? This is going to be double strike Vastronaut, but we can block it. Don't really want to. Okay, so this is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That doesn't kill us. So we could not block and hope for a spell. We could block and probably die because we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to go get what we need, and then we also need to bin a Bloodghast. So if we block, I don't think we can possibly win. If we don't block and all they have is pump, we don't die. We go to 1. So this is playing to win. Okay, they didn't pump, which means this could just be a lightning strike, win the game, but whatever. Like, again, we were already dead. Yep, Sellsword. Yeah, okay. Never didn't have it for the opponent. Give me one more turn, but that's it. You have a tapped land on the draw, you lose the game. That is the, and you mulligan, like that is the format we play. Should I have mulled to 5? I probably should have. On the play, on the draw, you had 2 combo pieces, you had a cub, but no turn 1 play, and that swamp killed us. That swamp killed us. There's no way around it. Basic swamp laid us out to die. On the draw. Man. Oh, there is less mono red in the meta than there has been in years, and yet this has the insight. That's a card we did not have. I have 2 Malt Tenders and 4 Elves. Do we take a shot? I'm probably supposed to. But again, first time playing this deck, I'm going to experiment. I'm still learning here. You'll know by the end of the video if you should be keeping this or not. But remember, we have no interaction. The closest thing we have to interaction is life gain from this card. And that's substantial. That does matter. Another turn or 2 alive should be all that you need. The rhythm doesn't really work without Cub, though. Like, it's too expensive otherwise. Okay, Shadowy Backstreet implies control. Where's my Overgrown Tomb, man? We wouldn't need those pesky swamps. So, Esper control. Yep. Authority. Does that counter the combo? I have an Archdruid's Charm. I would need a way to get like double triggers to offset authority. Yeah, I think that counters me pretty good. So we'll have to beat him to death. So be it. Let's fire up. Is it the Cub? Yeah. Make him answer the Cub. Earthbending doesn't trigger authority, but the Bloodghast entering does. What if I have multiples? What if I have 2 of the 4/4s and 2 of the Gulches? and 1 Bloodghast. That could beat the Authority. Okay. I fight Authority, you see, but Authority always wins. John Mellencamp, baby. They don't have any spells here. They kept turn 1 Authority with nothing else. You've got to expect a stock up is on its way. Let's take the Gulch. That's a lot of mill. That is aggressive. They're going right for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does not get bounty hunters. Any Bloodghasts? Did you really not mill any Bloodghasts? The game is rigged. Soul Cauldron? Trying to think of what we need to not die here. Soul Cauldron dishing out counters could make other things into Llanowar elves that can tap for more mana. That's pretty cool. I guess we'll go Tender. So now those tap for mana, but it's not enough, right? But I can get another Cub. I can see 5. I can't see 4. I mean, this makes them need some board interaction. They don't have enough to play Monument and use it right away. Okay, Day of Judgment sucks, but here we go. I can't believe they fully stocked my graveyard first, Day of Judgment in second, but mill players are weirdos. Everybody knows this. There's the bounty hunters. So bounty hunters, if that stays on the field, is potentially what we need. This can tap for mana. I can have everything on the field. Let's see. Again, though, we need double bounty hunters to outpace authority. Do we have another bounty hunters? 1, 2. There's one more in the deck that we can harmonize into. So I guess make them have it. Frickin' authority of the consoles. How about the Archdruid's Charm? Is that still here? Okay. So yeah, right now we can surveil as much as we want. We have it. We can gulch as much as we want. Is there any way to do this in full control mode so that our triggers resolve first? Let's find out on their turn. Let's wait for them to act. Yeah, I might try some full control stuff. I don't think it'll work, to be honest. Okay, well, now or never, right? They're about to go up 2. So full control, let's see. Why not? It's worth an experiment. So this powers, which doesn't create that a life gain. And we do this, put that on the stack. So we're gonna need 3 bounty hunters now, and we don't have it. So right now I have no Bloodghast. Okay. Yeah, I just can't. So when this comes back, it's gonna put these triggers on. If I respond to those triggers, can I do this? I think I can respond if it's on the opponent's turn. It has to be on the opponent's turn because of last in, first out, right? And I have to do it all in full control with no timeouts. I don't think that'll work. They go 3 steps ahead, draw 2. I mean, if we're lucky, they'll concede. Otherwise, it's going to be a click-a-thon. So yeah, I can loop with all those triggers on the stack and get the damage in. But I have to respond to this. I have to make a mega stack. Oh. Ah. And will the opponent concede? If they don't, I don't think I can actually get there, but it's worth a try. We're both gonna have so much life gain on the stack, and yet they do concede. Okay, I don't think I would have got there, to be honest. But that is sick to know that you can get around Authority of the Console's triggers by running the loop on the opponent's turn and in full control. That's kind of, that's enormous. That's where it's at. Whew. By the way, 5-head combo player. I've never made a mistake in my life. This is what years of MTG grinding, fighting in the trenches gets you. All right. I want revenge on mono red. I want to go first. I want a Llanowar elf. The time I did that was amazing. 1 land. It's a 23 land deck. Come on. You call this hand smoothing? Bug report. All right. We are on the draw. His hand is not good. His hand is not good. It is so slow. And we have a Molt Tender, so I will keep this hand. Do I keep the Gulch? I think I keep the Gulch. I think we put these away. How important is it to keep a Gulch, do you guys really think? I think it is. I mean, we won't be able to tend on turn 2 anyway. All right, let's go. Come on! I have a jealous soul. I'm working on it, but it's so hard when your opponents just draw 7 and play Llanowar elves on the play every game. Every game, guys, every game! I can concede, I really can. I will make them have it. We'll make them have it. I'm bluffing, but they can see that I'm lighting stuff up that I'm trying to block. See? See? That's a good draw. Okay. So, if we had kept a forest, we'd have Cub this turn, but we still wouldn't be able to make mana with Molt Tender. So how different is it? I mean, they have 6 mana. It's awesome. I love this game. What a game. I'm so lucky I get to play it with you guys. Oh my God. Why? Why does this happen to me? All right. Mill. Make it count. Bloodghast. Insight. Soul Cauldron. We're going to miss a land drop. Great. We still get 2 mana for something. Does that matter? I don't even think that matters. I mean, we have to play Cub, survive, and then somehow have enough mana to do something useful next turn. If I kept the Forest instead of the Charm, I didn't know I was going to draw Rhythm. The one of Soul Cauldron obviously is a big fail. I think the extra 2 mana really doesn't matter here. So I think I need to mill again. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I'm at 17. I'm already dead. I have to block. I mean, our best hope is that they tap for mana to do some... Okay. Yeah, well. If these two aren't lethal, but I think they are. Blocking is conceding. It's the same thing. Oh my gosh, it's actually not. They missed, they actually made the wrong play unless they have a giant growth here. Okay, well, that does it too. I don't know why they would. Whatever. I guess they're playing around removal. It's fine. The non-games of this format are... Turn 4 Embercleave was more interactive than this format. I mean, we're not playing an interactive deck either. Was I supposed to mull that to 4? I think I should have just kept another land. But every time you do that, you get punished. Am I right? You guys know that's true. We're on the draw. We finally have a Llanowar Elf. Let's go. It forgot you were in my deck, to be honest. Okay. Okay. Magic is so cruel today. Oh my god. Hey, it's just creatures trying to kill me. That's probably playable. Let's see if we can mill a Bloodghast and get it back. The life gain might really matter on the draw here. None of those are what we needed. Soul Cauldron in this matchup probably does nothing. It's a good window to hit him with the Gulch. That was a really bad mill. This one of Soul Cauldron is determined to mess up our game. Yep, turn 3 Ouroboros on the play. Why wouldn't that happen? Let's see if they have double Ouroboros against us again. That is... This is an undeniable flood, isn't it? It really is. It really, really is. Need a Bloodghast in the grave. Need our Earthbender friends. I mean, play all your creatures, right? Honestly, drawing like 7 lands is insane. We really just needed 1 or 2 playable cards here. Now, if we double block there, we could kill the Ouroboros. Does that matter? We're just going to die to all the other things. I kind of want to sack 1 to at least give myself a shot to flip a Bloodghast, but then without Nature's Rhythm, 1, 2... We need 1, 2, 3, 4 green, which is our land drop next turn, and then we have 3? What does that do? It's just a Bloodghast. Still doesn't get us what we need. I'm pretty sure we lose no matter what. So, whatever. Get me the hell out of these games. Jesus. What a train wreck. What a train wreck format, but like you almost... You can't even judge a deck by how it does going second. Unless it has like... How much removal do you think you need? I've been playing around with it in like the blue-black and blue-white decks, and it's just... It doesn't matter how many... If you put 16 Doomblades in your deck, it doesn't matter if you go second. They still get so far ahead, nothing works, and you just get defeated anyway. It's so frustrating. Now, Authority of the Consuls, at least, was good enough to, like, get you in the game in the past, but now that they have access to these cards, Cub particularly... You know, I forgot the Overlord of the Balemark was in this deck. It's been so long. But now that they have access to Cub in particular, you're just so far behind. By the time you do anything on the draw, it really doesn't matter. That's why I honestly think you should ban this card, maybe in best of one. If they ban Leyline in best of one, they should ban Cub. It's a go second, lose the game card. It just is. All right. Sack Outlet and Bounty Hunters. 2 mana open. We can resolve something this turn, so we should. I'm trying to think if I play an Overlord here, what happens? Is there a way to hit a land off it or a creature that gets a land? Not really. And there's not that much in the graveyard. So yeah, I think I just go for this. If they use a removal, at least I get to Earthbend and I have more mana next turn. And I still have, if I draw a land, I have enough to play Umbral Caller and Umbral Caller, but we still don't have a Bloodghast, so we gotta dig for that. I don't think I've actually been in this situation. Gotta get something in the graveyard for the Tender. Gotta make mana. I guess this does do that. So they want to counter it, they can, and then there is something in the graveyard for Molt Tender to tend, which plays me a Zealot. They do not, okay. And this might hit a Bloodghast. It does not hit a Bloodghast. See if they counter this, but they don't know how many I have. All off 2 lands. Remember when I had 7 lands in my hand last game? Yeah, there's their 3 steps. If I had drawn like another mana as possible, I could have gotten all that on board. Now I'm not playing around split up. They don't have double white, but they might go white Day of Judgment. It is what it is. Ow. Boom. Okay. Classic control. And here comes a very, very bent land. I mean, we just punch with that, right? As much as I'd like to play other cards. You're at 2. Nice. Did I miss 2 damage anywhere is a question we have to ask ourselves. The Demolition Field. If I had not auto-ordered triggers, guys, do you think I could have... Look at all this, all these swamps. Do I even want a forest? Oh, I don't have a choice. It's only forest left in the deck. If I had auto-ordered triggers, could I have had all those counters on the swamp is what I want to know. All right, 2 health. Got to get there. We drawn all 4 Umbral Caller Zealots. Ain't that cool? But nothing to sacrifice. Let's keep digging for a Bloodghast and ways to get more lands. I mean, I'll play this for 2 later. That's cool. Are people overdoing it on the Aang Swift Savior? I don't think this is a control card. I think it's a very bad control card. Oh god, the Gulch is almost lethal. What have we done? All right. Hi. This isn't the impending cost, by the way. Yeah, sure, you countered it. I am 1 Gulch from victory. Tap it in. Like, what the hell? What the hell is a good old control deck supposed to do against Earthbend? Ah, that's a good one. They needed that. A little bit of life, a little bit of card. Oh, they start the tempo. All right, let's see if Aang can prove me wrong here. So what can this do? Could go get me my Bloodghast. I would much rather do it when I have a sack outlet on the field. Let's see if they countered this. I wouldn't either. They've countered how many Overlords of the Balemark? This has been one of the most lopsided hands of all time. 4 Zealots, how many Balemarks? Okay. Weird, interesting get lost there. Now, can I get something that doesn't land? No, I cannot. I can get the Bounty Hunters, and I can get the Cub. My opponent's at 2. It's not like I need the combo. But this is amazing board wipe protection against Day of Judgment, isn't it? You gonna attack me? Hell yeah, get it. They can transform Aang at instant speed, so we have to watch out for that. That's a Gulch, but they're at 5 now. There is a Blood Gas now, you bet. I mean, if they don't counter this, have to try. How many 3 steps can they have? Not only that, we need them to use their mana so they don't waterbend Aang. Jesus. That's pretty good draw. Pretty lucky. It's not like they've cast stock up. They haven't. Like, they've literally... they literally just raw drew all this. All right. Hard mode. I accept. Magic is hard sometimes. I mean, can they counter something every turn? They did kick it. I might try an Aang control deck. I don't think this is the card. I think they're doing it wrong. But what, I've been wrong before. I never doubted Starcage for a second, guys. Scaredy cat. Okay. Let's try. We want to land on top? Yeah, we want to try to Nature's Rhythm them. Can't do that without a land on top. So when do we want to do that? Do we want to do it on upkeep? With mana untapped? Does it matter? I don't think it matters. And since we're looking for a land anyway, getting rid of the Blood Gas is fine. Oh, that was easy. I was going to sack all these maps too. Cast it this turn, get countered. Cast it next turn, get countered. Unless they have lies. Yeah, they have lies. Yawn. Okay. Sweaty game, sweaty game. Okay. I don't think that kills me. But they're probably going to try to use... No, they don't. I was going to say they're going to use zeros to try to end this quickly, but they didn't. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, we have to be careful. We're definitely on death's door now. What do we need? We need the Bounty Hunters. Or another tutor. You're not good enough. Right? Right. Elspeth can give everything flying, so it's now or never. There's the Bounty Hunters. All right. Cast them, win game. They threaded the needle. It took all 4 3 steps ahead, but they did it. Whew. Yeah, and you know, you could make them use the Elspeth correctly there. I'm gonna trust that they know how. All right, deck is floundering. I can't seem to have a hand worth handing. That first game was the anomaly for sure. Ooh, Nature's Rhythm's too expensive. I think it's literally unplayable without a cub. I think it's a dead card in your hand without it. And against No More Lies, it's really bad. Okay, we're on the draw with an elf. Let's give this a shot. But yeah, I can't see playing this to Mythic myself. Somebody else might, but this is a hold your nose and hope everything goes well kind of deck, and I can't stand them. If I'm being real, I really can't stand them. There is play to it, but it's so fragile. It's fragile to the graveyard. It's fragile to everything. Now, we're looking at this, and it's like, ooh. Oh! We got cards here, guys. Do we just play a Zealot? Yeah, if the opponent kills it, we can Overlord. I also do want to try that situation with the Day of Judgment again and see if I can not auto order triggers, because it's possible the swamp could have had all those counters, which means the opponent's demolition field wouldn't have saved them, which means they'd have had to have another answer. And sometimes that's all it takes, is making things more awkward for the control deck. I mean, they have counter magic, but do they? They don't have double blue. They have No More Lies. Let's go for it. Play around Split Up. Play around Ride's End. I honestly don't think either of those are a concern. I do want to mill with the Tender, but I think I can attack with the Zealot. Okay, that's something. But they're not exiling the graveyard if they play the Flanker now. I really think Flanker's time is over. It's too expensive. It's just too expensive. Doesn't actually solve your problems. All right, kill. We do need a Gulch. Black, black, black. Let's go green. It is a 3/3. Oh my god. What a card. And that's probably inevitable defeat. Red, white, blue. Yeah, there you go. So this exiles it, which is really good when there's no Zealot on the field. So they got everything right. There's a Bloodghast. We'll see if we can apply pressure. We haven't done a good job milling Bloodghast. That's been part of what's been lacking here. Potentially 4 mana. Overlord that gets back Zealot, but we need to dig to find another bounty hunter. Well, there's a bounty hunter. You love to see it. What if we played a cub? I mean, that's pretty good. More Earthbending. It's amazing what power double mana unlocks, am I right? Oh, I actually don't want to send any of these away. Didn't think about that, did you? It'll have to be you. All right, Ultima me. Ultima's really good against Earthbend, but we have some responses. Okay, Day of Judgment. So these are gonna come back. We might as well dig a little with the rest of these cards. If we hit another Blood Gas, that's really good. So when this comes back, it triggers the Blood Gas. So we want to decline the first one and let the second one die to the Day of Judgment. That's, oh wait, we take the action, right? Because then we can sacrifice and surveil this one as well. That can get us, okay, I think we keep that to help us re-stitch our combos together. Okay. And now this comes back, triggers this, so we can attack our opponent a little bit, which we haven't really done this game. Give me the... Man, Cauldron doesn't do much in the matchup, right? So give me the Passage so I can play more Blood Gas, get him out of my hand. Or do we play an elf? I think we play an elf. Save this. And now a flanker looks really good for them if they have it. It still doesn't solve all their problems. We want to cast the Rhythm next turn. How much is that? 4 for 2. Is that a Zealot? Is that a Cub? Probably a Zealot. That's a lot of Blood Gas. Jesus. That's why we need a Zealot. See if this gets countered. Probably it might. It really might. But you want to cast it while you can. Wait, what? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. There we go. Did I have to sack the Passage? I guess not. Why did it cost less? It's 4 plus 2 is 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What am I missing? Harmonize 1, 2, 3, 4, X. I don't know. I think I just cheated. Am I crazy? Getting Helix. Let's go ahead and sack this. We're down to 2 cards. They need a reload. They'll probably draw it, but they don't always draw it. Gulch in the graveyard. Is that good? We do need it. And it brings back a Blood Gas, but we need to get deep in our deck. We need to find gas. If your eye on infinite. There's other ways we can pressure them, but your eye has to stay on the infinite combo. Well, there you go. I was hoping they'd no more lies that if they had it. Do I hold the Gulch and bring back another Ghast? I think we go for it. We need pressure. And we really want them to Day of Judgment before the Overlord comes alive. But if they're smart, they see that. You saw them take no action there. Oh, they did. Okay. Oh, we'll see. Maybe they still have something for the Overlord. And they have the mana for a No More Lies on the Ice Till, which is not what you want to see. So I think we will stick to Ghast number 3. Trigger the Bale Mark. See him Wrath again. Maybe this time it's an Ultima. Maybe this time we get to play an Ice Till. But yeah, if I'm them, I'm definitely taking another hit to Day of Judgment later. Oh, now they have Revelation. Okay, well, Revelation's a good card. And probably GG. But it does... I mean, if you're going to bounce the Overlord... Interesting. Can we beat Revelation? They let me have an Overlord trigger. Why would they do that? Well, for sure it's you. I think I need like one more mana to have this. Should probably play Ice Till to set it up. Okay. I mean, they're tapped out. This is why Ice Till is a pretty clutch card. All right, there's 24 cards here. We could play Fable Passage to get more landfall triggers, but honestly, look at our graveyard. It's stocked. Look at our combo. It's there. The Gulch is on the field. We don't need more. We don't need more landfall triggers. We've got what we need. So we play the Gulch, which deals damage to them. I think we play another Overlord, so we need one untapped land. And that'll be you. They know about one bounty hunter. What else should we have? Should we have a cub? Probably just have 2 bounty hunters. But the cub allows us to have the mana to do everything we need to do. Kind of. I guess we wouldn't have that many mana creatures. All right, give me the hunters. We'll just have backup. And then this is our last one for turn. So they're going to have a hard time burning us out. They're going to have a hard time controlling us in general. If they don't get rid of Ice Till, we're going to make extra land drops. If we make extra land drops, playing the bounty hunters becomes even easier. They're going to pass. So yeah, I think we just put bounty on the stack. Right now we can pay a No More Lies. But they can bounce the Ice Till Explorer in response, so we should get our land drops first. Yes, yes. Well, let's make them untapped. Who knows? We might need every resource here. What you got? We can play around No More Lies with Zealot and Bounty Hunters. All right, Bounty Hunters online. Zealot. This has to be where they respond. Maybe it was supposed to be Zealot first, but having 2 Bounty Hunters, I was expecting something to get countered. That might turn out to be wrong. Yep, Revelation. Okay. Earthbend. You want it to be the Gulch. I guess we can still tap the Gulch for mana. Too bad it doesn't come back untapped. Where's a Splunking when you need one? So close. What have I done wrong? I've probably done something wrong. Dwelling on it right now doesn't help, but I do want to know what it is. Take it all? Might if I were them. Little cubby friend. Sack these, sack these, sack these. Gains a lot of life, but doesn't make any blockers. Okay. So we'll see how much they can do with 4 monks. The answer is usually a lot. They finally pull the stock up. Maybe they had it the whole time. But yeah, I think we have 6 life on command with the Bloodghasts. 26. It's like 2 lightning helix plus 4 times 16. That's 24. So yeah, our best case scenario is they go for some kind of a lethal and come up short. Could have left the land back on defense, just to be sure. I mean, pressuring their life total doesn't seem like it's working. But it's interesting. I do like these gambits where you set them up to go for a big play and maybe they come up short. Yep. What you got? Here it is. Here it is. They go helix, helix. I win the game, and we surprise them. This does not threaten lethal. Right now, this is 12. A helix doesn't threaten lethal here. Interesting. I mean, they know my hand. Maybe they think or know they have to go for it, but you would have thought an Ultima or something. Get the Zealot off the field, right? And there's the helix on the Zealot. So let's think. We can gain all that life, but we could also keep a 4/4. If we keep a 4/4, we attack the opponent for 10 next turn. If we don't have the Zealot, is there a way to win there? Badgermole Cub is 11. But this isn't like a sacrifice deck. Yeah, I think we have to do it now. So it's sack you. Don't need you, right? Right. What do we need? Another Zealot would be good. An Overlord would be good. A Charm. Does that do it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is there another Zealot in the deck? 1, 2. There should be one more. No, it's gone. Okay, this is the last Zealot. So the Charm gets us an Overlord to get the Zealot. 1, 2. There is one more Overlord. No, that doesn't really do it either. Okay. It's too expensive. We come up a mana short that way. Triggers. Life. 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 All right, not great. All right, let's read this again. Has haste as long as an opponent has 10 or less life. I don't really care about the haste. I'm not trying to win that way. I think we sack these and surveil again. What I need is an overlord, and there's one left in the deck. And there's 6 cards. There's 5 cards. There's 4 cards. Okay. This has to be it. This has to be it. Boom! Focus. Focus. I think now is the time to turn auto order back on. Empty library. It had to be. And now, can we do it in time? We needed the cub there, or we'd have had to sacrifice the bounty hunters to start the loop, which of course wouldn't have looped. So the cub was also a very important piece of the puzzle there down the stretch. All right, focus. They're gonna make me do it. I gotta do it. I gotta do it right. Focus, focus, focus. Don't get distracted by the fact that you're on the internet. That people watch this for fun. Surely Libby is going to edit this and not let it be weird or boring, because she is the best. I wish Bloodghast weren't an optional trigger. Ah, wow, good game. Not every deck can beat 2 Jeskai Revelations, so hype. Thank you for watching this video. Not my kind of deck, but maybe yours. You're cool.